The mirror broke on a Tuesday. Nothing dramatic. No thunder, no big accident. I was just in a hurry. Late for work, my phone buzzing, my mind already arguing with the day before it even started. My elbow hit the mirror. A soft crack, then a sharp sound, and that was it. A thin line ran across the glass, right through my reflection, right across my face. I stood there longer than I should have. Not because the mirror was expensive, it wasn't. But something about seeing my face split in two felt uncomfortable. I shrugged it off. Deal with it later, I told myself. That's what I always said. I left the cracked mirror hanging there. Days passed. Every morning I stood in front of it, brushing my teeth, fixing my hair, adjusting my shirt. But now my reflection was never whole. One side of my face looked sharp, clear, confident. The other side? Slightly distorted. Tired eyes and a mouth that looked like it wanted to say something, but didn't. At first, it just annoyed me. I kept telling myself, I need to replace this. But I didn't. I just kept using it. And here's the strange thing. The cracked mirror started slowing me down. Not on purpose, I just lingered. Some mornings I caught myself staring at the crack instead of my face. And once, without even thinking, I said out loud, which one is real? That question stayed with me the whole day. Around that time, my life looked fine from the outside. Good job, decent apartment. People said I was doing well, but if I'm being honest, I was tired in a way that sleep didn't fix. I was always rushing, always proving, always trying to look like I had it all together. The old mirror never questioned me before, but this one did, every single morning. One evening, my mother visited. She noticed the mirror immediately. "Why haven't you changed this?" she asked. I just laughed. "It still works." She didn't argue. She just smiled in that quiet way mothers do. Before leaving, she said something casual, almost careless. "You know," she said, "cracks don't always ruin things. Sometimes they just show you the stress points." I didn't reply, but that sentence sat heavy. That night, I stood in front of the mirror again. Lights off, just the single bathroom bulb on. The crack ran straight through my eyes, and for the first time, I didn't adjust my face. I didn't smile, I didn't straighten my posture. I just stood there, and I saw it. The side of me I showed the world polished, controlled, always fine. And the side I hid, the doubts, the fear of falling behind, the quiet exhaustion of pretending, both were me. The mirror didn't lie. It couldn't, it just reflected what was already there. The next few days, something changed, just small things. I stopped rushing my mornings. I started leaving 5 minutes earlier instead of panicking at the door. At work, when I didn't have an answer, I just said, "I don't know," instead of guessing. It felt uncomfortable, but it was honest. I called an old friend I'd been too busy to meet, and we talked for much longer than we planned. And all the while, the cracked mirror watched, silent, patient. One morning, I finally decided to replace it. I took it down carefully. As I wrapped it in cloth, a thought hit me. I wasn't fixing the mirror. I was closing a chapter. Before throwing it away, I placed it back on the wall one last time and looked at myself. No rush, no performance. Just a person, trying, learning, not as strong as they look, and not as broken as they feel. The new mirror hangs there now. Perfect, clear, uncracked. But here's the truth, I don't trust it the same way. Because I know how easy it is to look whole and still be fractured on the inside. The mirror didn't break my life. It interrupted it. It forced me to see that strength without honesty is fragile, and perfection without self-awareness is empty. Sometimes life cracks the mirror not to hurt us, but to finally show us who we really are. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more. See you next time.